Hey, welcome to day 25 of the 30-day money course. I am so excited because today we're going to be talking about value-based spending. This is spending according to your values and not your emotions. I don't know if you've ever heard of this before, but it's the way to spend so that you're actually, enjoying spending and building wealth at the same time without regrets. Okay, I'm Elizabeth Buko. I'm the founder of Wealth from Little, and I'm also your hostess here on this 30-day money course. Now, let's get back into spending. Now, value-based spending means you're creating wealth, you're building your wealth while you're still able to create a life you love now, you're able to create value now, and you'll be able to create meaningful experiences. Because at the end of the day, this is why we spend money. We spend money to enjoy our life now, to create value and to have great experiences, right? So I'll break value-based spending up into two parts: conscious spending and mindful cash management. And for today, I'll focus just on the conscious spending. So to spend consciously, it means that you are intentionally deciding in advance where your money is going to go. So you've made that decision in advance. So when someone asks you, do you want to do this XYZ with money with me? You already know the answer is going to be yes or no. You don't even have to think too much about it because you've made that decision that these are my values. For example, my values is peace of mind or integrity or family or education or personal growth or courage, anything, whatever your value is. So I guess the first step is to understand what your value is, right? And this is something that I do with my clients in depth. But yes, you understand what your value is, and then you decide in advance that you're going to spend according to your values, right? In alignment with your values. And so you decide in advance, this is, so in advance the answer to certain questions would always be a yes or a no. You're even saving time so you don't have to think about things for so long. So to achieve conscious spending, you want to do three main things. One is automate your strategic savings. One, it makes it easier. You've decided in advance you're saving for unexpected expenses. You're saving for expected expenses, and you're saving for investments, right? Or maybe something else. So you want to automate that and put your money, send direct debits, standing orders, create standing orders so that that money can go into those places that you decided in advance. Secondly, you want to automate bill payments so that you're not missing out your bills and you're not paying late fees. So you can do this. At the same time, you want to make sure that you are still checking your bill and making sure and tracking that the money that has gone out to all these places is exactly where you want it to go, where you want it to go to, right? And that's where money tracking comes in. And you can automate money tracking. There are loads of apps right now that help you track your money, and they let you know through notifications on a daily or hourly basis what's been happening with your money. But you want to know, so especially if you're paying your bills automatically, which I do advise, is something that I do, but I also track my money so I know how much went out, and I am able to understand that, oh yeah, that's what I expected. And I'm like, yeah, so it's okay. I'm spotting any anomalies and I'm expecting things to be normal. And then, so the idea, so with conscious spending, you are going to be spending on yourself, you're going to be spending on others, but you're also going to be mindfully managing your money. And we're going to talk about that later. But for today, we're talking about spending consciously. And sometimes, and remember, the Bible talks about when Jesus was talking about love, what's the greatest commandment? And he said, it's loving God, loving others as you love yourself. And a lot of times I know that we can do more things for others than we can do for ourselves. And so it's very important that even as you're consciously spending on others, you're taking yourself into consideration. So you don't want to spend on others to the place where you're now at a disadvantage, right? or spend because of others. You know, sometimes we spend on ourselves because of what others will think about us, and then we become at a disadvantage. So 5 steps to spend consciously is 1, always track your cash flow. Right? You're tracking where your money is going and you're understanding, is this according to my values, right? I value peace of mind, but I just put this amount on my credit card for what? Now, is that going to give me peace of mind, or is it going to be increase my financial stress, thinking, worry, anxiety? Then you can adjust your actions based on that. Second thing is to earn more than you spend, right? To earn more than you spend. And if you're spending more than you earn, then you have to increase your earnings some way, or reduce your spending some way. So the idea is to always out earn by far your spending. And then the third step is to pay yourself always. That is saving for your future. The fourth step is to spend on things that you value, and that's spending according to values and not emotions. FOMO is not an emotion you should be spending. You should spending according to keeping up with the Joneses is not an emotion. You should spend according to worry, fear is not emotions. You should be spending according to even tiredness and hunger are not emotions that should cause you to spend, right? Although they really do, they definitely do. Anger, tiredness, hunger, these are emotions that make a lot of people spend more than they would naturally want to, and spend in misalignment to their values, and spend on the future that you want. So you know how you want your life to be in the future. You know how much you want to have in investments. You know how much you want your investments to pay you. You know the kind of lifestyle you want to live. You know how you want your health to be. You know how you want your relationships to be. And so right now is how we build that. So we are spending now so that we get those things in the future. If you know that you want to be debt-free in the future, you will not spend on things that will increase your debt. If you know you want to be healthy and live an active, strong life in the future, you might not spend on things that, like fast food, just because you're tired or hungry, right? If you know you want to, those are just the first two examples that come to my mind right now. And so those are the 5 steps to spend consciously. And it's so important that we do that. So for you today, I want you to think about your spending, right? Going forward, what are your highest values? Maybe you have 3 or 5 values. And 2, how are you going to spend your money in accordance to that? And have you been doing that in the past? And will you do that in the future too? Okay. So that's it for today. And I'll see you tomorrow, day 26. So have a great day.